Hey, so we're having a real debate right here. I am non-binary. I am a non-binary woman. I have a vagina owner. And my husband tells me consistently that he is a cis man that likes vagina. And that's how he identifies, as a straight cis man. I find it offensive.
Wow.
That my husband sees himself as straight.
Wow. She finds it offensive that her husband sees himself as being straight. So what's crazy about this is that these people here are the ones that are being offended when we don't affirm what they identify as. But she's the one that's offended because her husband chose to identify however he decided to identify, and she won't affirm it. And the reason is she believes that since she is queer, that her husband is also queer. Even though he says he's a straight white man or he's a straight man. So even though he says he's straight, she won't affirm that. She's offended by that because she sees herself as being queer. Therefore, that means you also have to be queer because you like somebody that's not straight. But what's wild is that she likes her husband, I'm sure because he's a man and he has a penis. He likes her because she's a woman and he has a vagina. Therefore, that makes him straight. But see, the problem is, and the root of this issue and her being offended stems from him identifying himself as cis. Because he used the word cis, he automatically placed himself in their woke world. He should have just said, I'm a straight man and I like women and I like vagina. That's it. He should have left it at that. But when he chose to use the word cis, that means he placed himself in their category of wokeness. Therefore, he's not adhering to their logic. And I can see what she means. I really can. Because, I mean, of course it's nonsensical, but I can see why she's saying what she's saying because, well, she says, hey, I'm a non-binary woman, which is also really contradicting. But I can see why she feels the way that she feels because she says, hey, I'm a queer. Therefore, if you like me, that makes you queer. When he just likes women with a vagina. Because if you didn't have a vagina, he wouldn't like you. So that makes him straight. These people are confused. Even she's confused because she says, I'm non-binary, and then contradicts herself and says, I'm a non-binary woman. You can't be both. You can't be non-binary and also be a woman. When you say you're a woman or you say you're a man, you're placing yourself in the binary category. So you can't be non-binary and also be in a non-binary identity. In a binary identity. You can't say I'm a man, I'm a woman, and also claim to be non-binary. That doesn't make sense. That does not make sense. And that's the problem with these people's ideology is that none of this shit makes sense. There are no real meanings to anything that they say. Meanings to words are not important to them. Not even just word, but biology itself. They don't believe in reality. But once again, you have to blame the man in this scenario as well because he placed himself in their world by identifying as a cis straight man. When he should have just said, hey, I'm a man, I'm a straight man, I like women and real women with real vaginas. And that would have shut it all down. But as soon as he said he's cis, he screwed himself. Let's keep going.
He's married to someone who is non-binary. I'm not a woman. So you're not straight. You're actually queer. And he won't acknowledge that. He won't give me the acceptance of, yes, I understand we are a queer marriage and I am inherently queer because I am attracted to all vagina owners.
Stop right there. Now, what she just said is also one of the root causes of this problem because if he doesn't identify as queer like she does, that means he's putting himself in the traditional realm, right? If he says, hey, I'm a straight man that likes women, that's traditional. That's normal. But That's not what she wants. She wants that specialness. She wants to be away from traditionalism. She wants to be away from normal reality by saying, hey, we're a queer marriage. That's what she said. We're a queer marriage. But when he says, I'm a straight man, I like women with vagina, the queerness goes away, therefore making their marriage more traditional than she would like to be. That's the problem. That takes away her specialness category. Anytime that you just adhere to traditionalism, you're not special anymore. They don't want to be special. They want to be special. They don't want to be normal. They don't want to be traditional. Therefore, they will identify and put themselves in these random made up categories that are falsehoods just to stray away from being a normal human being. They don't want that. They don't like that. They don't want to be normal. They don't want to be traditional. So that's the problem here, is that when her husband says, I'm a straight white man, he's adhering to traditional reality. But she don't want that. She wants to be a queer marriage, therefore canceling out any type of traditionalism. That's the problem that she's having with her husband. I mean, it's a lot of problems here. But like I said, it's one, he told her he was cis. So therefore, that's when she felt like he should have, hey, you're using our language. You're using our language wrong. That's why she doesn't like that. He was supposed to identify as queer because she's queer. And then they were also supposed to identify as a queer marriage because he's supposed to be queer, like she said, and she's also queer herself. Insanity. This shit is crazy. It's utter nonsense.
Not just girls. He likes non-binary spectrum women, non-binary people, no gender, that have a vagina. He just likes vagina. He just does not like penis. So,
which makes him straight, right? That makes him straight. If he's a man and he don't like penis, that means he's straight. This is crazy. But I told you, it's because she's the one that's queer. So if in her world, if you like her, that makes you queer. It's like when we say that a man that transitioned into a woman and he has a vagina now is still a man. Therefore, if a man was to date that woman, that would make him gay. That's reality, because that's a man, he's a man. Even if he doesn't have a penis or not, that's still a man. Therefore, you're gay, right? That's common sense. But see, she's trying to do the same thing in her world. She's saying, if I'm queer, even if I'm a woman, just because the fact that I'm queer, that makes you queer, right? So if a man sleeps with a man with a vagina, that makes him gay. In our world, that makes you gay. You can't be a man and sleep with a man. Even if he doesn't have a penis and he cut it off, you're still gay. So she's trying to use that same logic, which is crazy because this doesn't make sense. She's trying to use that same logic because she's queer. Because, she's a woman. Clearly she's a woman. She says she has a vagina. So this man is straight. But since she herself identifies as queer, that means he has to be queer as well because he likes a queer woman. Craziness. Absolute craziness.
Saying is kind of an insult to the LGBT community, honestly. It is to me. That he's not willing to accept our marriage is queer because I'm non-binary and I'm pansexual. He would inherently be pansexual. Am I wrong? Because he likes anyone, not based on genitalia, but he likes them for who they are in the heart. And he likes vagina owners. So what is he? And is this offensive?
Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. It makes no sense. But once again, like I keep saying, it's too late for these adults. There is no saving these adults. It's too late. They are way too deep into the nonsense. That's why we have to save the kids, save the children from these type of people, because eventually these are the people that are going to try to take kids out of reality and place them in this woke world that is far from reality. That's why we have to be careful to what these kids are being exposed to, because people like her will try to brainwash children into thinking the same way that she's thinking, because she really believes that what she's saying is real. Like she does not understand how far away, how far disconnected she is from reality. So she's going, because she believes that she's in the right here, she's gonna teach any and every kid that she come across to that, hey, I'm queer. If you like somebody that's queer, that makes you queer. My husband should be queer because he likes a queer woman. It's absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense, man. But what's crazy is it's crazy. These people will call you disrespectful, homophobic, transphobic when you don't affirm what they believe. But she's sitting here shaming her husband and not affirming what her husband believes that he is. This is absolute nonsense. It's very, very hypocritical. If you believe that anybody should identify as anything in whatever they believe, then you should also affirm your husband in what he believes and what he identifies as. But you're so narcissistic that you're placing your world to be more important, your views to be more important than what he identifies as. Your reality is more important than what his sexual preference is. Insanity. Insanity. You sound homophobic. Oh my God. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. This is absolutely nonsensical. But let's talk about it in the comment section. Hit the like button down below. And of course, if you enjoy my content, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell so you get reminded every time I bring a brand new video. Thanks for being here, guys. See you on the next one. Peace.